Tonight, lumber shortage. Building materials are in short supply across the Northland. We're digging into why. And still shut down. Officials announce the U.S.-Canada border will remain closed to non-essential travel for another month. Plus, looking for the green light, a troubled mining site on the range could soon have new life. The key permit they're seeking.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. A humid and cloudy day is proving to be the perfect recipe for the threat of some severe weather tonight. Our meteorologist Dave Anderson has been tracking the potential storms for us tonight. He joins us now with the latest. Dave, they got a watch going on out there, huh?
Yeah, central Minnesota is getting struck the hardest. There are actually tornado warnings going on south of the Brainerd region, just outside of our area. Hopefully they stay there, but into our area now, some places are facing a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until midnight tonight, and that includes Aiken County, Carleton County, Pine County, Douglas County, Burnett, and Sawyer counties here in our viewing area. And we can see those in red, tornado warnings that are going on just outside of our area, and a thunderstorm warning going on towards the Aiken region now in southern Aiken County. So we're not out from under the gun as this fourth wave of continues to work through our area. There's the line of storms coming along the frontal boundaries of the approaching low pressure system. And we're going to be facing the situation here till about 10 p.m. midnight before the storm chances do finally fade away and a different style of weather settles in, a much calmer style. So if we can get through till about midnight tonight, we're going to be doing all right. Tonight's forecast calls for a 70% chance for these storms in Minnesota and an 80% chance they'll cross the border into Wisconsin and maybe even move in towards the UP. Low temp will be in the mid-50s for many towns, but then Saturday gets high pressure taking over, chases away the low. We get a partly cloudy sky and a high of 77, which is fairly close to normal. Sunday's going to come up mostly sunny as a reinforcing shot of higher pressure helps out the first one, and we'll stay around 77 for our high temps. Should be mostly sunny perhaps through Monday and Tuesday as well. Wednesday may be our next rain chance, and we'll talk more about all of these odds coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. After years of uncertainty, a state agency is considering a key permit that could push an Iron Range taconite mine and pellet production facility closer to reality. Mesabi Metallics is behind that proposed project on the former SR Steel site near Nashwauk. They're asking the state to reissue its air quality permit. The state has reviewed the permit and is now taking public input. You have until September 14th to weigh in, and we have a link to do so on our website. Now, with that said, local and state leaders say this project has caused a lot of headaches. Mesabi Metallics has been behind on its tax payments and still owes the state more than $11 million. Now, because Mesabi Metallics also missed the state's deadline to begin construction last year, the DNR is deciding whether or not to terminate Mesabi's leases. They have about 6 months left to determine that. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted a number of industries, from groceries to mining and even lumber. Since the start of the pandemic, there has been a staggering increase in both the demand and price for building materials. CBS 3's Natalie Grant spoke with one Superior lumberyard today about the materials they can't seem to keep in stock.
Now, whether it is a new deck or a new house, chances are as you're finishing off your summer projects, you are feeling the impacts of the rising price in lumber that has nearly doubled since the start of the pandemic.
In March, when manufacturers had to close down, there was a pause in production of building materials that caused a shortage. But now that things are back up and running, the demand for lumber is still high, and so are the prices. Frank Gerard, president of Campbell Lumber in Superior, says that with winter on the horizon, it is not helping the situation.
The demand is really, really high, and so right now it's sort of a panic buying because people are running out of time with winter coming, and they're wanting to get the projects done. So if they have it in their budget, or if they're financing their project, they just want the materials now so they can button up the house before winter. So even though the price is high, there's still a big demand out there.
Now, coming up tonight at 10, we will be breaking this down even further and hearing from those that are directly impacted by those rising prices.
All right, thanks, Natalie. Meanwhile, health officials across the nation are scrambling, getting ready to deal with flu season amid a pandemic for the first time. In Duluth, Essentia Health created a flu task force made up of administrators and primary care physicians. They're working to come up with different ways to dispense the flu shot in large volumes without having people congregate and still abide by social distancing guidelines. Essentia Health officials say flu symptoms and COVID-19 symptoms are similar, and it's important now more than ever to get your shot this year.
It's that much more important to be vaccinated against the flu, to take the flu infection off the table so that you decrease the chances that you're going to have to quarantine yourself and your family members from daycare, school, and work.
Essentia Health is hoping to release its flu disbursement plans in the next few weeks. There's been a coronavirus outbreak at a Minnesota food processing plant near the Twin Cities. A Department of Health spokesperson confirmed the outbreak at Seneca Foods likely started with a few temporary workers who were brought in to help with the annual corn harvest. There were at least 33 confirmed cases on Wednesday and 12 more suspected cases. 3 of those cases led to hospitalizations. Public health officials say the plant's preparation before the outbreak and its response afterwards helped mitigate the spread of the virus. Meanwhile, in Michigan, the state health department recorded 1,100 new cases of COVID-19 on Thursday. That's the highest number recorded in one day in nearly 3 months. Today, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer said every region in Michigan has seen an uptick in new cases over the past several weeks, and she gave her fellow Michiganders this piece of advice.
The only way we can put a stop to this pandemic, an end to this pandemic, is to take it seriously.
Thursday's figure coincides with the state reporting a record more than 40,000 test results in a single day. Meanwhile, Governor Whitmer says 4 million masks will be distributed to residents free of charge to help combat the spread of the virus. The face coverings will go to low-income residents, seniors, schools, and homeless shelters. FEMA is supplying 2.5 million of the masks, including 1.5 million that the state has already sent to social service agencies. In Minnesota, Lake County is hoping a new community project will inspire others to wear masks. Leaders are asking residents and visitors to send them a short 15-second video explaining why they are wearing a mask and who they care about protecting. Health officials will then take those clips and turn them into a video. After seeing a rise in COVID-19 cases among young people there, Lake County's emergency manager hopes this idea will encourage younger people to make the move to help others.
So we're trying to find kind of a fun and lighthearted way, social media, to reach this group. We want to give everyone the opportunity to show that they are helping as well, that they're being considerate and thoughtful and compassionate, and wearing masks not only to protect themselves, but to protect other people.
If you'd like to send in a video, you can go over to the Lake County Facebook page or send them an email. You can find more information on our website. The U.S. and Canada border will stay closed for a 6th month. That impacts all non-essential land travel, as it has since mid-March. The announcement today comes one day after Mexico announced a similar measure for its border with the U.S. The goal is to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Canada has flattened its own curve, while the U.S. has more confirmed cases and deaths from COVID-19 than any other country. Essential cross-border workers like healthcare professionals, airline crews, and truck drivers are still allowed to cross. Minneapolis's mayor is proposing keeping 100 police jobs vacant next year. Mayor Jacob Fry's proposal today came during an address laying out his vision for next year's city budget. Fry has opposed a majority of city council members who wanted to shut down the department after George Floyd's death in May and replace it with a new public safety department. Fry's budget pointed towards some of the ways he suggests revamping the force instead. The city council will review Fry's proposed budget when more specific plan is released next month. A Minnesota man was sentenced to 35 years for sexually assaulting a child. A Bayfield County judge sentenced Matthew Lossing today. The 33-year-old was found guilty of sexually assaulting a child and delivering THC to a minor back in May. Authorities say he sexually assaulted a child under the age of 16 in the Washburn, Wisconsin area, 2 years ago. Lossing was sentenced to 35 years total, 20 of that behind bars, and 15 years of extended supervision. An update tonight to a story that had everyone's attention yesterday. We're learning the eagle that swooped down and grabbed a woman with its talons and loots and is being cared for at Wildwoods in Duluth. The rehabilitation center says they examined the young bald eagle this morning and they didn't find anything obviously wrong with it. Experts there say they still aren't sure why the bird acted this way. It's heading down to the Raptor Center in the Twin Cities tomorrow for more exams. We'll be right back after the break.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
For months, we've all done our best to stay safe. But to remain safe in the long run, it's up to us all to take actions that don't just slow the spread of COVID, but collectively overcome it. like getting a test if you have any symptoms, answering if your health department calls, and wearing a mask in public spaces. There is no return to normal, but going forward, we will return to something more.
We are excited to announce that our newest luxury apartment building, The View at Bluestone, is now leasing for 2021. Lease with us and you'll enjoy amazing amenities like a hot tub, pool, fitness center, pet spa, parking garage, and so much more. With so many things changing, be certain of your future. Be here with us in less than a year. Schedule a hard hat tour today and be one of the first guests to experience the initial feel of View. We can't wait to show you our progress. Schedule a tour at viewatbluestone.com.
It may be the most hated chore in America, cleaning the gutters. Don't risk life or limb digging leaves, seeds, or muck out of your gutters. Get off the ladder and get Gutter Helmet. Gutter Helmet is installed by certified professionals that can be retrofit to either existing or new gutters. Gutter Helmet is designed to provide year-round protection and is backed by a lifetime warranty, which guarantees that you will never clean your gutters again. And if they ever clog, Gutter Helmet will clean them for free. Gutter Helmet, America's most trusted brand since 1981. Visit GutterHelmetNorthland.com or call 218-259-1272.
I've got one for you. See, You Care Health Plan Demystifiers and Sleeve Roller Uppers.
You Care Health Plan Demystifiers and Sleeve Roller Uppers.
Sounds so good when you say it. 96% of all providers accept You Care because they rock so hard.
96% of all providers accept You Care because they ride so hard. Can we pull over?
What's our tagline?
You Care People-Powered Health Plan.
So good.
August is here, and it's time to spin the wheel of savings. For a limited time, spin the wheel and save up to 40% on a wide selection of jewelry. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
Ready to get away? Welcome to Love Island, where sexy singles come to mingle and find romance.
That's why we're all here.
And lucky for these islanders, there's a lot of options.
We have 5 couples, but you never know who's going to come through that door.
There's 2 new dudes right out there.
And that's when things get really cray-cray.
One of you will be dumped from the villa now. Oh, no!
Love Island, new season August 24th on CBS.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
The threat for severe weather is starting to pay off just outside of our area and starting to approach it fairly closely. So let's get into the map here and talk, number one, about a tornado warning that's popped up now in northern Aitkin County, roughly around Big Sandy Lake and heading towards Hill City over the next half hour. Tornado warning in that neck of the woods indicated by radar until about 6:30. So from Big Sandy over towards Hill City, probably including Reamer too. Be cautious, seek shelter, be ready to ride this out. Hopefully it's over by 6:30. There are other tornado warnings going on right now, but they're more towards the Brainerd area outside of our region. Keep in mind, though, this chance for tornadoes and strong thunderstorms could infiltrate the central parts of our area because we have a severe thunderstorm watch going on till midnight now for Aitkin County, Carlton, Pine, Douglas, Burnett, and Sawyer. And there's a slight chance rambunctious storms could filter into the rest of the region, too. By midnight tonight, though, hopefully this is all gone and we settle down for a nice weekend for Saturday and for Sunday. Current conditions at the airport in Duluth at 72, 81% is the relative humidity. Easterly, southeasterly winds picked up now to 16 miles per hour, and our air pressure continues to drop as this low gets closer, now at 1,010 millibars. But again, by tomorrow morning, high pressure takes over and will clear things up. But right now we have, it looks like Neapolitan and ice cream over our area. Warmer temperatures in the UP and into much of northern Wisconsin, running the range of temperatures of 79 to 82 for many of our towns. Then Minnesota in through east central Minnesota from the North Shore. We're in the middle zone here with low to mid, even upper 70s there. And where the storms have feasted on the available moisture in the atmosphere here, cooler temperatures are coming across. Places like Orr, International Falls, and Big Fork, Hibbing too, only in the 60s. Low temps tonight likely will be in the 60s, so we'll all follow suit and join International Falls with temperatures like that once the storms pass by our area. And they're firing up indeed to the west. Here's that line of storms then. The final gasp of this big slow-moving low-pressure system, the cold front portion of the low, making a fairly straight line of storms from parts of St. Louis County and down towards Aiken County and then swinging in towards western parts of Minnesota. So just on our doorstep right now, keep in mind these could be coming our way. Tornadoes not out of the question like they're fighting out in northern Aiken County right now. So be ready to seek shelter if you see one of those coming, and keep an ear on your weather radio. We're here on CBS3, whether it's on air or with our website. We'll keep you abreast of the situation as time goes on. So once we get towards midnight tonight, this low pressure system should move on and finally get out of here, allowing the higher pressure to take over as early as sunrise tomorrow morning, bringing in sunshine indeed for both Saturday and for Sunday. So hairy tonight and not so scary for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Next rain chance may not be with us till next Wednesday. All right, forecast tonight in Minnesota. Your range of low temps could actually drop into the 50s for many towns. I guess that was a pipe dream that I thought we'd hold on to the 60s. 70% chance, though, for storms till about 10 o'clock. And in Wisconsin and Michigan, it's an 80% chance till midnight. Low temps in the 50s there as well. Tomorrow's high temps in Wisconsin and Michigan will be in the 70s, running a range of 73 to 79 with a clear to partly cloudy sky. Minnesota gets similar sky conditions with low 70s by the lake and mid 70s inland. And with our extended forecast, the dry period from a pair of high pressure cells extends its domination through Tuesday. Next Wednesday, the next low, though, starts to cloud things up and bring us rain chances Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as well, Tony.
Look at the rest of that week, though. Beautiful. Sunshine, blue skies, no rain.
Yeah, so hopefully east central Minnesota, northwest Wisconsin don't have too much trouble tonight.
Yeah.
And then we all get to enjoy the spoils of the high pressure system as early as tomorrow.
And we'll certainly keep an eye on those storms.
Yes, we will.
Thanks, Dave. The DNR wants to know who vandalized a welcome sign into a popular Northland State Park. Jay Cook State Park Rangers tell us they first noticed the vandalism earlier this year. You can see much of the sign in pieces, which park rangers have spent the past few days trying to put together. They estimated it could cost at least a few $1,000s to fix, money they say that could be spent better elsewhere, especially during the pandemic. Park rangers weren't sure why someone did this, but they hope it doesn't happen again. A popular North Shore restaurant has found a way around the pandemic's uncertainty. This week, New Scenic Cafe launched its new food truck. The mobile Airstream-style roller, dubbed Scenic 61, will serve some of the eatery's favorite parking lot for now. They also plan to serve private events and later park at the other spots around the area. New Scenic Cafe recently announced it won't be reopening its dining room for the foreseeable future. A big event tonight to raise money for suicide prevention agencies in our region has been canceled. The car race was supposed to be held at 6:30 at Superior's Godnick Law Speedway. It'll be now be moved to the same time next week. A heads up to drivers in the Twin Ports, there will be temporary lane and ramp closures on I-35 starting next week. Crews will be inspecting bridges on exits around the Twin Port interchanges. The closures will take place from 9 to 3, Monday through Wednesday, and most of the day Thursday. We have more information on our website. Kelly's up next with sports.
Northwest Outlet is open for business. Now save up to 40% off store-wide.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. The TED event is happening now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
What's behind the curtain? Window treatments from concept to creation to installation. Bellinger Drapery Shades and Blinds. Shades above the rest.
Wow, is that really me?
Here, I don't look 61 in 3 weeks. I have no wrinkles, no bags, and this is only because of Plexiderm.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Plexiderm is a wonderful product. I look at least 10 years younger.
It's a facelift in a jar.
The people you're watching have just seen themselves in the mirror for the first time since we applied Plexiderm to their problem areas. Their reactions are real, and so are the results from using Plexiderm. What's even more amazing is that it takes less than 10 minutes. Now you can watch your under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet visibly disappear for just $14.95 by going to plexidermtrial.com and taking the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
This is really good. This is, I'm going to fill my bathtub with this stuff and get the whole body this time. All these lines are gone. I feel like a new woman.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. At our $14.95 price, it's the best time to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself. So if under-eye bags make you look tired and older, take the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge today for only $14.95. Just go to plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You wouldn't let your pet fish breathe in this, would you? Turns out if your crawl space has moisture and mold, your living space could look like this under a microscope. With no barrier between you and your crawl space, odors, moisture, mold spores, and other contaminants can get drawn into your living area. What's the solution? A professionally encapsulated crawl space system from Green Home Solutions. Our crawl space system controls ground moisture and helps remove humidity to ensure that your home's air is clean and dry. Contact Green Home Solutions today to improve air quality in your home. Call 218-576-5293 to schedule your inspection for just $49 through the end of September.
Synergy. To us, it's the definition of what's behind the curtain. Discover what we can create together. Bellinger Draperies, Shades, and Blinds. Shades above the rest.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, the fall sports outlook definitely took a big blow this week with cancellations from the Big Ten, the NSIC, and now the question on the mind of sports fans is what sports will be played this fall. The WIAA Board of Control answered that question this morning. They unanimously approved a plan to move forward with fall sports in Wisconsin at the high school level. However, sports classified as high risk will have the option to move their fall sports to the spring. Those sports classified at high risk are football, volleyball, and soccer. Individual school districts will have until September 1st to decide if they will proceed on the fall or the spring. Northwestern Athletic Director Brian Smith says that the Tigers are aiming to proceed with football this fall. But with the Heart of North represented in 5 different counties, there are still many health and safety protocols to be worked out.
We want to have competitions. Okay, that's the bottom line. We want to offer these kids that are in school this year the opportunity to take their chosen athletic activity. In our conference is cross country, volleyball, girls golf, football, and then a number of our members have boys soccer. So we're trying to do what we can to provide a decent opportunity for them.
So here is what the football season will look like for Wisconsin. Football, volleyball, and soccer practice will start on September 7th, with games on September 21st. The traditional winter and spring calendars will be reduced by about 2 weeks. Girls basketball will start on November 23rd. Hockey, wrestling, and boys basketball will start on November 30th. If schools opt for a spring football season, it will begin on March 22nd with a 7-game season and no culmination of playoffs or state tournaments. And if you're wondering what high school sports could look like this year in Wisconsin, this is what Utah is doing. They held what is believed to be the nation's first high school football game since the coronavirus outbreak last night. Attendance at the 4,000-seat stadium in Herriman, Utah was capped at 1,000 fans. Masks were required when entering and exiting the stadium, and groups were seated to ensure physical distancing. Individual school districts and conferences in Wisconsin will likely develop their own plans. So to recap, we got potential football in Wisconsin, no high school football this coming fall in Minnesota. But we'll keep you updated on what schools in Wisconsin decide to proceed with football. Well, we've seen a number of former UMD men's hockey players sign and re-sign with their respective professional teams these past few months. You can add another one to the list, and this time it's a Grand Rapids native. Bulldog alum Avery Peterson re-signed with the ECHL's Atlanta Gladiators for the 2020-2021 hockey season yesterday. Peterson set a career high in games played last season with 51 games played, scoring 16 goals and 13 assists. Peterson spent 2 seasons with UMD after transferring from Nebraska Omaha. He capped off his senior season nicely with that 2018 national title. And we'll end sports on this note today. Spain's Rafa Cabrera Bello was looking for a birdie on the 7th green today, but he didn't really imagine it would take so long to find it. Bello rolled it up to the cup where the ball stopped just shy of dropping in, just about as close as it could get without going in. 25 seconds later, something made the ball start moving again, and it dropped over the edge for a birdie. I wish we had time to just keep it on that shot. I don't know if we did. There it goes! And we'll come out of that 25 seconds, and it dropped in. That just reminds me of Space Jam for some reason. When the ball circles it, the aliens were at work there. Tony, I'm going to send it back to you before I make more Space Jam references.
I could never be so lucky with the putt. Yeah, Michael Jordan is a big deal, and apparently so are his used sneakers. This pair of Nikes, worn by Michael Jordan, were sold for a record-breaking $615,000 on Thursday. The signed Nike Air Jordan 1 high shoes are now the most expensive sneakers ever sold at auction. Jordan wore the shoes in 1985 during an exhibition game played in Italy. Now, what's interesting about these is that the left one contains a shard of glass which lodged there after Jordan dunked so hard it shattered the backboard. All right, Dave, you're tracking a lot of stuff going on out there weather-wise, huh?
Yeah, we still have some storm warnings happening and some watches continuing for a few more hours. So we'll go into the map here and we'll talk about what's going on in northern Aiken County, where we have a tornado warning that's going to be getting pretty close to the Hill City area here, and hopefully will be over in about 4 or 5 minutes. It's in effect until about 6:30, so our fingers are crossed for folks there. Then a little bit to the north for a good portion of Itasca County, Grand Rapids area, pushing towards Hibbing. Thunderstorm warning there in effect until 7 o'clock. No tornadoes spotted there, but high winds and big hail are a possibility, as along with lightning strikes. And in general, we have a severe thunderstorm watch covering Aiken County, Carleton County, Pine County, Douglas County, Burnett, and Sawyer until midnight here tonight. So that weather likely will move from west to east. We're not out from under the gun now, but hopefully within about 6 hours, we will be. And it'll be much calmer. A nice weekend will set up and come our way, which we'll take a look at here. Now we'll get over towards the 7-day forecast. There you go. High pressure takes over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Clear to partly cloudy sky. Temperatures running 72 to 77 degrees. Normals around 75, so not too far off on the count on either side. Next rain chance, though, is coming our way for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Starts light and then builds towards a 50-50 shot by this time next Friday.
Thanks, Dave. Looks like a gorgeous weekend. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.